Hello, this is Bishop Garland Hunt. This is the Power of Hope Devotional. Good to have you with me. I always tell you I appreciate so much for you to always join in with me. If you're catching one of the broadcasts, thank you. And I hope you'd be with me. Almost 5 minutes. Only 5 minutes, I promise you. But it's really very important for you to hear what I have to say, because I feel like I'm going to say some things that can be good, maybe good for your family also. Also, do remember to like and comment. Like and comment. Please like it and then comment there so I'll be able to see your answer back if you comment that you appreciate what the word is saying and it's beneficial to you. And it does. I do appreciate that so much too. So let's get right into it. So last time I talked to you, I was talking to you about men, but let me talk to you about young people today. Because the church needs an infusion of young people. We really do. We need an infusion of younger adults and younger people. And I tell you what, it's really a challenge sometimes because as an older one, and I don't mind saying that I'm in my 60s. So, but I know that I don't want the church that I pastor to age out with with other people that are 60, 50, or 60 years old, because if that happens, we'll be 100 years old and then nobody will be there 20. So we have to have an infusion of younger people. So I want to go on record in saying that I want more young people at the Father's House Church, and I want more young people following me on this Power of Hope. I do, and if you are in your 20s or are in your 30s, please note that I love hearing your voice, but I'm also a younger person. But if you're older, it's fine too. I love you also. It's not about the age that determines my love for you and care and how supportive you are, but it is very important just to let me know that I'm drawing you in, because this is what I want to say to you. Do you realize that the Lord used people in different age groups? I want to actually find it here, so you could see it, because Joseph, for instance, was 30 years old, and at 30 years old he was second to Pharaoh. Joseph was second to Pharaoh at 30 years old. Now he was 17 when his brothers sold him over to slavery, but Joseph was 30 years old when he was the second in all of Egypt to Pharaoh. So I just want to be clear about that. And then Samuel was 11 years old when he first heard the voice of the Lord. When he first heard the voice of the Lord, he was 11 years old. See, God doesn't care about ages and things like that. If you ever turn the heart, he'll come after you. And I want to just say this for people that are younger, that are listening to me, just because I may look a little older, I'm young at heart, man, you got to hear God now. God wants to speak to you right now. Maybe even more than your parents, even more than anybody before you. God wants to speak to you right now. And then did you know that David was 17 when he fought Goliath? David was 17 when he fought Goliath. He sure was. So that's why they said he was too young. That's why he said you're trying to show off. That's why he said it was up for your older brothers to do it. But said who? Because he had that passion from God. It said who would dare, what uncircumcised Philistine would dare come against the children of Israel? Because he was highly, angrily offended, righteously offended that a Goliath, I don't care how big he was, that he would come down, because even at 17, it said that David had already faced a lion and a bear to protect his sheep. So even at 17, he was fearless. He was fearless. So I just want to tell you this. He's 17. And Josiah, listen to this, was 8 years old when he became king of Israel. 8 years old. Josiah was 8 years old when he was king. Timothy was 25 years old when he was the pastor of the church of Ephesus. That's right. Timothy was 25 years old when he was appointed to be the pastor of the church of Ephesus. 25 years old. And Jeremiah was somewhere between 13 and 16 years old at the time of his call, when Jeremiah was called. See, that God's not trying to wait on you to get older. He's waiting on you to get yielded. That's right. Come on. You got to get yielded. Man, when I was in high school, I painted my room red, black, and green for Black liberation colors. I was very advanced in terms of activism, even as a kid. I wasn't saved, even though I was going to church and I was on the deacon board. Yeah, I wasn't saved. I'm sorry to tell you, Reverend S.A. Baker. I know you're in the grave now, but I'm sorry to tell you, I wasn't saved, man. I was down on the deacon board doing whatever we wanted to do. But I'm going to tell you right now that God had his hand on you to choose me to be on a deacon board, because it also helped to get a foundation inside of me. But listen to this. When Dr. King started the civil rights movement, he was 26 years old. When he started the civil rights struggle, he was 26. And then, Jesus himself was 30 before his ministry started. So I'm saying to you, God has his hand on you. Don't you dare minimize what God is doing in you. If you're young on this line, if you're 15, 16, if you're 21 or 30, listen, I'm calling you to follow me. And if you will make a comment there, come to my church. I believe that God wants me to pour out more into these young people. There's something God wants to say and God wants to do with you. And you need a man you can follow. This is Bishop Garland Hunt. This is the Powerful Devotional. I'll talk to you next time.